Good morning friends and welcome to this session of simulator. Now in this session 210 megawatt simulator session we are going to actually do the operations on Hplp bypass system, charging of Hplp bypass system, then heating of MSV, ESVs, interceptor wall, transfer pipes, HP and IP casings. So I Manohar Tatvavadi and I welcome you all in the year 2025. So wish you a very happy new year. Well, we have started with the openings of the drains of the Hplp bypass. So we go to the field page 11 and we open the HP bypass and LP bypass drains to 50%. Then we have to open the Hplp bypass. Now before we do that, we just have a look at the FSSS panel and check up that the guns are in service. Now before we charge the Hplp bypass, open the Hplp bypass walls, we have opened the drains. Then the HP bypass temperature control, that is HPBP E1 and E2, we put it on auto, and the BD wall, the blow down wall of the HP bypass, that also we keep it on auto, so that it maintains a temperature of around 240 280 degrees centigrade. Not more than that. It will not allow the temperature to go more than that. Similarly, we put LP bypass temperature also on auto, temperature walls on auto, and then we go to the LP bypass station, and here we open the LP bypass wall slightly. First of all, we open the LP bypass walls. Then we open the LP bypass wall slightly. They will open after, means minimum you have to open 2%, more than 2%. So when you open it from the panel, presently it is showing on auto, so we will make it on manual, and then we will open it slightly. So say maybe around, because this is a linear one, it may not show you the correct this thing, but you have to open it slightly. So LP bypass wall we open slightly. Similarly, we open the HP bypass walls also from the panel. HP bypass walls also very slightly. And now as the walls have been opened, HP bypass and LP bypass, the temperature of the steam downstream the LP bypass wall, that will be more. So we must supply feed water also to the so we open from the field function, we supply the feed water to HPLP bypass. So the feed water to HPLP bypass, it is on field page number 8, I think. So it is on field page number 8 and number 14. So we make this on, so that the water goes through the temperature controllers into the HP bypass rather, because it is set on some temperature. Now here we open the mimic of the LP HP bypass system. There we see that the LP bypass walls are somewhat opened more, so we make it to accurately 6%, and HP bypass wall also we check. Now they are 11% here, we make both the walls at 12%. So the HP bypass walls are 12% open, and the LP bypass walls are 6% open. So now we see that the temperatures, main steam temperatures, they are increasing. They have increased to 192 or so. Now here again, as the pressure of the main steam pressure is increasing, we open the HP bypass wall a little bit. Similarly, we open the HP bypass wall, we open the slightly, so that the pressure will remain around same. It is around 40 or so. It is still increasing, so we still increase the HP bypass wall. You can see the reheat pressure, it is around 46 or 47, something like that. 46, 47, 48. It is now increasing. We check up the drum water level, the actual drum level also, that is also normal as it has been put on auto, so it is maintaining normal. Now we go to the metal temperature section, and here you will see that the Hplp line metal temperature is increasing. Similarly, LPBP temperature is also increasing as we have opened the drains. So that temperature is coming, it is increasing. The temperature of the line is increasing. Now here we have opened the Hplp bypass. Here you can see we are going to open the MS line drains. So MS line drains we open to around 50%. As the main steam temperature is increased, so we open the MS line drains. We heat the MS line. We will heat the MS line. Then we open the MS3 and MS4 isolating wall of the main steam bypass line. That is MS3 and MS4. Those are the isolating walls. We take them on de-interlock. We open them and again put them on interlock. Then the main steam bypass line MS5 and 6 wall. Those also we will open to around 10%. So we open them to around 10%, 12%, and here we will see that the ESV temperature will be starting increasing. So you can see that the MSV body temperature, body metal temperature, that is increasing. The MSV body metal temperature, that you can see that it is increasing. So this is how you can increase the temperature of MSV body. Then from the field function, we open the drain between MSV and ESV. So we open the drain to 15% and we apply so that the ESV body will also MSV and between MSV and ESV. So ESV body metal temperature will also start increasing. So here yes, now we have to open the CVSM control valve. So the control valve, actually we are not opening the control valve, but the speeder gear we will open slightly so that the ESV and IVs they open. So for opening those, we want the relay oil pressure. So for relay oil pressure, we will start the SOP, starting oil pump, and when the starting oil pump is started, the AC oil pump can be made off once the relay oil, the starting oil pressure takes the full load, that is around 20 amperes. So once it is around 20 amperes, we can stop the AC LOP. Similarly, we can stop the seal oil pump also, AC seal oil pump. So here it is, you see that the AC seal oil pump is in service. We will stop that AC LOP. And now we are going to increase the speeder gear. So speeder gear, now here you see that in this, you see that the temperature of MSV body is increasing. Now we want to open the ESV and IV. So before we open the ESV and IV, we want to lock them to 10%. So we go to the instructor malfunction, page number 11, and there you will see the ESVs and IVs are there. So both these ESVs we unlock to 10%, so that whenever an open command will be there, they will open 10%. So ESVs and IVs have been unlocked to 10%. So if now we are going to increase the speeder gear. So when the speeder gear is increased, so the speeder gear, for speeder gear we go to the turbine control lube oil pump. Before that we again check up whether the boiler is in service or not. Boiler has not tripped, it is maintaining the level, the pressure is also there, now we see. So we go to the panel of turbine control lube oil. From there we are going to operate the speeder gear. So we open the speeder gear. Presently it is showing 0. Now when we open the speeder gear, you will be able to see the speeder gear from 0 to 36 mm. The range is from 0 to 36 mm. Now we have started opening the speeder gear. We will open the speeder gear up to 6.840 mm so that the ESVs and IVs they open. It will give the open command to ESVs and IVs. But as they are in lock position at 10%, they will open only 10%. So ESVs and IVs will open, both of them, and they will open only 10%. Now we have, you see it is 6.120. So in next two commands maybe it will come to 6. Yes, it is 6.480, then it is 6.840. Now the ESVs and IVs have opened up to 10%. Here you see the close position only, because it will, when they are full open, then only they will show red, but it is still green. So ESVs and IVs have been opened up to 10%. Now here you can see in the trends, you can see that the ESV body metal temperature is also now increasing. So ESV body metal temperature will be increasing now. Now the transfer pipe drains, we also open them to 20%. The transfer pipe drains. So HPT and IPT transfer pipe drains we open to 20%, so that they will also be heating up. Now you see here the MSV body temperature, ESV body temperature, both are increasing. Then we want to increase the pressure in the reheater a little bit. So for that purpose, we may increase the HP bypass and decrease the LP bypass. So HP bypass we have increased to 16%, and we have decreased the HP bypass because the main steam pressure was decreasing. So we have decreased the HP bypass. Now we will decrease the LP bypass so that the pressure in the reheater will increase. So here we have decreased the LP bypass to 4%, and both the LP bypass valve we have decreased to 4%, and the pressure in the reheater is now increasing. It's around 0.43, 0.44 like that, and you will see that the MSV, ESV body temperature, they are increasing. Similarly, the steam admission pipe temperature, that will also go on increasing. The steam admission pipe temperature, HPT and IPT, that will also go on increasing. Now the only thing is the casing metal temperature, HPT casing and IPT casing. Now for this purpose, we open the CRH NRV. We will open the CRH NRVs. And the casing drains also. So we will open the CRH NRVs here, and CR3 and CR4. Before that, this is a check also again to check whether the boiler is running or not, or is some Now in the yes, so now we will go to the, we will again check up with the casing temperatures. IPT casing temperature has slightly increased and it is increasing, and we check up again the drum pressure, then again drum level, etc. all this. Now the HP casing and IPT casing, that is also HPT casing temperature is around 30. As the main steam pressure is on a little bit, so we will open this because we want to increase the reheat steam pressure. So for this purpose we have increased the HP bypass, and now we will open the CR3 and CR4 valves. They are the reheater NRV bypass valve. So when we open this, the steam from HP bypass, the main steam will directly go into the reheater steam will directly go into the HPT. So we open that, then we open the HP bypass valve also. So because we want to increase the pressure in the reheater, now it has increased to around 6.64, and now you will see that the HPT casing temperature is going on increasing. HPT casing temperature is around 51.6 or so, and IPT also it is increasing. So we have to keep this till we get the temperature, all the temperatures above 120. Minimum temperature should be 120 degrees centigrade. Below that it should not be there, because we are rolling the turbine now through the HPT. We will be keeping the CVSM full open and rolling the turbine through the high pressure turbine, sending the main steam line and putting all the valves are open. And with the, now you open the HPT, okay. Now the MS5, the main steam line wall, inching wall is there. This inching wall we will open slightly and then admit the steam into the HP turbine. So like that we will do the rolling. But before that we must bring the temperatures. Now here the HPT casing temperature has come to 89, 90. IPT casing temperature is also 55. So after some time, when you this heating will be continued, and you will get the HPT casing metal temperature to around 140, IPT casing temperature to around 120, and now the heating is complete. Now once the heating is complete, then you can close down the Hplp bypass and the heating also. So the heating is complete now. As you see that the minimum temperature here is 120 degrees centigrade. So the heating is complete. The HP casing temperature is 140, IP casing temperature is 120.6, or it is increasing. Then the yes, now we want to close the HPLP bypass. So for closing the HPLP bypass, we will first of all close the CR3 and CR4 that we had opened for heating. So we will close the CR3 and CR4 we have closed. Then we have to close the MS valves. That also we have closed, MS 4 and 5. Those we have closed. Then sorry, we have closed the MS valve. Then we have to reduce the speeder gear and make it to 0. So we will make the speeder gear to 0. We will bring the speeder gear to 0. So we will make the speeder gear to 0 from the control desk. So the speeder gear has been brought to 0. Then so we are closing all the heating. Then after closing the speeder gear to 0, we will unlock we go to the instructor malfunction page number 11, and there we unlock the ESVs and IVs to 100%, so that whenever any command to ESV IVs go for opening, they will open 100%. So we make all the ESVs and IVs, 2 ESVs and 2 IVs. So we'll make them to unlock them to 100%. We'll unlock them to 100%. Yes, there is some lag seems to be some lag in the computer, and so it is very slowly it is. So we have unlocked them to 100%. And then see, only one had been unlocked, so rest of it I am unlocking them. Well, I unlocked the HP and ESVs, and now I am unlocking IVs. So the IVs will be unlocked here. You can see the IV2 also unlocked to 100%. Now, when doing all these things, we will look that the main steam pressure is in the range, or that is around 30 kg per square centimeter. Now we close the HPL bypass. Closing the HPL bypass, we will close the HP bypass first. So we have closed the HP bypass 1, then we will close the HP bypass 2, and now we can close the LP bypass fully. So we have closed the LP bypass also fully. So that is, we have closed the HP bypass. We have brought the temperatures also, all the temperatures, casing temperatures also above 120, more than 120. So now here we will start the rolling and synchronizing the unit with the grid in our next video. So in our next video, we will be synchronizing the rolling. We will start rolling. So thanks for watching, and please comment, like, subscribe and share. Total Output Power Solutions. I am Manohar Tatwadi, taking your leave from Balewadi, Pune. Thanks.